So, you won't believe this little nugget of Hollywood history. Heather Locklear just spilled the beans about a surprise date she had with none other than Tom Cruise. Yep, that Tom Cruise, over 40 years ago. Can you imagine? At a panel during 90s Con Florida, the 62-year-old actress took us back to the 80s when they were both just starting out in the acting game. Apparently, they bumped into each other at an audition, and Heather was like, "Whoa, I'm terrible." But then she jokingly added, "He's even worse." Classic. So, they ended up hitting the dance floor at Club Lingerie, and here's the kicker. Heather admitted that she wasn't exactly a fan of Tom's dance moves. She described him as very nice, but let's just say their styles didn't quite mesh. She called herself a rock and roll girl, while he was more like a yes ma'am kind of guy. Talk about mismatched vibes. She reminisced about how he showed up at her place with Sean Penn, like, what a duo. And she couldn't help but laugh at how he was just this little baby-faced guy back then. Now, here's the fun part. During their dance-off at Club Lingerie, Heather got to see Tom bust out those famous knee slides that we all know from Risky Business. She was like, "Do you just keep dancing if they're down there?" So supportive. Oh, and spoiler alert, neither of them landed that audition. But hey, Heather went on to have some wild romances with rock stars, married Tommy Lee and Richie Sambora, while Tom has had his fair share of marriages too. So there you have it. A little trip down memory lane filled with awkward dance moves and Hollywood charm. Who knew dating could be so entertaining?